Good evening, my friends. Kevin the Comic Doctor coming to you with another CGC unboxing. That's right. A CGC box arrived on Saturday. Another one arrived today, actually, but guess what? I'm not going to show both of them. I'm only going to show one. I just don't have the time to do another 25 books, but I'll do another unboxing later in the week. Hey, guys, I'm Kevin the Comic Doctor. I'm a comic book presser located way up north in Canada, in Oshawa, Ontario, Canada. And I'm a comic book presser. And like I said, every once in a while, CGC sends me some boxes full of goodies, full of graded goodness. And again, when that happens, I have this show. I come on here live and I showcase all these books. These books aren't mine, by the way. These books belong to many of my clients, my customers. I also have a show called What's in the Press where I detail some of the books I work on each and every week. Again, books that belong to my clients, and an episode of What's in the Press should drop at some point this week. Not exactly sure when, guys. Time lately is of the essence. And hey, I just want to extend out a big congratulations to Zetsi Taquito, Rob, for winning this copy of Star Wars #4 last week. We had a little discussion regarding the Book of Boba Fett, and I asked a skill testing question, and Rob got it right. So that's awesome. So I'm starting to do a little more giveaways here in the channel. If you like that sort of thing, please consider subscribing to the channel, liking the content, leaving comments in the comment section below, because it always increases your chances of winning when I do have draws. And the next draw, I think the next draws will be when I give out some of these awesome Moon Knight books when the Moon Knight series drops on March the 30th. Okay, my friends. I know you love all that stuff, but you also want to see what's in this here box. And there's a couple of goodies in there that I really want to showcase. And I might do a separate video on those when all the books arrive. But these are two that came back from Frank. And we got some grade bumps, some nice grade bumps. We'll talk about that when we get there. So let's see what we got here. First, let's start at the very front of the book. We have a copy. Oh, this is a depressing one. This is my book. This is a copy of Flash 123. This is cracking and pressing gone wrong, my friends. This is my copy of Flash 123. I bought this a few months ago, and unfortunately, yeah, I shouldn't have cracked it. It was a 4.0, and as soon as I took it out, there were all kinds of problems. I worked a lot on this book. This needed a lot of work. And I'm just glad it came back a 3.5 and not a 3. That's how bad it was. Someone in this book's history had traced the flashes on a piece, so there was all this embossing. The whole thing was covered in embossing, which I minimized. Didn't get rid of, but minimized. Anyways, doesn't always work, and I should have been a little more picky with this one. Yeah, anyways. So I'm in the hole with this one right now. But you know what? I'm sure this book will increase in value. It's a nice book also to add to my DC collection. And I'm sure Luke will appreciate that. Right, Luke? How's it going? All right, let's keep going here. That's the first one. The next one is a copy of, and they're starting to put the invoices inside the bags here. A copy of Amazing Spider-Man 3940. I think this is actually Rob's book, who's been waiting for this for a million years. I think it is. Zetsi Taquito, is this your book? I think it is. Here we go, another one right here. Pretty hot book right now. What else do we have? We have a copy of, yeah, all the invoices are tucked inside. Okay. Okay, these are the ones. Check this out, guys. Before I show these to you, let's have a look at the original labels. So, if you remember, I did a video a few weeks ago where I took out Frank's books, and Frank had, I think, 4 or 5 books that were previously pressed and cleaned, and he brought them to my shop, and we looked at the books, and we determined that certain books, there was some room for improvement. Well, you know what? The first of those 2 books are back, and I'm going to do a separate video with those books again later, but since you're here and we're here right now, let's check it out. The first one was Giant Size X-Men #1. I'll zip it back here. And it was an 8.0. We did some work on that book. Happy to report. 9.2. Off-white to white. It maintained the off-white to white, but it jumped up 8.5, 9, 3 grade points. Awesome. That's the first one. The person who apparently cleaned and pressed this book, left a little bit, left quite a bit to be worked on still. The next one is, I don't want to show it to you, another giant size X-Men one, and it was a, whoops, I'll go this way here. It was a 6.0, as you can see. Again, I did some work. 7.0. And funny enough, this one was actually off-white to white pages. Off-white to white. This one came back white pages. Now, did I do anything on the inside of this book to warrant white pages? No, I did not. So either the graders, you know, have different eyes and they looked at the interior pages differently. But the one thing I did do is I cleaned up the front of the book and the back of the book where there was still some problems. And that may have tilted the grader's opinion towards white rather than off-white. Anyways, another giant size X-Men, jumping a full grade from a 6 to a 7. Congratulations, Frank. I hope your other books will follow suit. We will soon see. They all could use more work. And so, anyways, that's awesome. So, you know, unlike me, who cracks my own book, that flash book, and it goes down, as long as it doesn't happen to you guys, right? As long as it doesn't happen to you guys. Next, we have a copy of, what is this? Oh, all right. They're shoving these invoices in the bags now, making my life a little harder on these unboxing. Amazing Spider-Man number 6, first appearance of the Lizard in a 4.0. That's a nice looking book. We also, a lot of Silver Age today, it looks like, guys. We have also a copy of Amazing Spider-Man 15 with the first appearance of Kraven the Hunter in a 3.5. I hope that's focus. I think it is. I have turned the autofocus off, and I think I'm in the right area where I can stay in focus. All right. Guys, if you're just getting here now, if you wouldn't mind, hit that like button. It really does help me with the analytics. It lets it gives YouTube the indication you're actually liking what you see, and it points other people in this in my direction, and hopefully they'll become subscribers too. All right, next we have a copy of Amazing Spider-Man 129 in a 7.5. I want to see something. Yes. Now this one, I forget whose book it actually is, but I remember working on this book. Someone tried to clean up a fingerprints in between the Punisher's legs. Naughty, naughty. And they used an eraser, and you can see the line. So what I did is I tried to buff it out a little bit. It still has that kind of, I don't know if you can see that or not. It still has kind of lines, but I tried to blend it out a little bit more so it wasn't so dramatic that you when you looked at the book, your eye didn't go straight to, you know, that area right there. But a 7.5 is not bad. Not bad. All right. Moving right along. And we'll go over to the chat in a minute and see who is in the house today. Guys, if you have any questions regarding cleaning or pressing or CGCing or any of that sort of stuff, my chat is a great place to ask those questions. So get on over there. Now, I also went to live chat, so I may not get to everybody's comments or questions. You may have to repeat yourself if I skip over your question. All right. Captain America 117. This book has been this I think is Sean's book. I think I've been waiting a long time. This is an economy book. We've been waiting for this for months. So I'm sure he'll be glad that it's finally back. I know I sure am. It stinks when you have just one book and it's been in limbo for so long. Let's look at a couple more before we go over to the chat. Tales of Suspense number 9. Oh, we got a few of these. 94 in a 7.0. Now, I forget again who submitted this, but I believe we have several copies. Several copies of 94, if I am not mistaken. So the next few might be the exact same book. If it is, I'll pull them all out. Let's have a look. Let's see. All right, put that there. We have 94, 94, 94. Yes, we have like 4 more copies. So I'll pull all those out and we'll see what we got here. We have a 4.5. We have a 5, 6.5, 4.5, 5.5. Another 4.5, first appearance of MODOK. And nothing wrong with having an 8.5 as well. Nothing wrong with that. So several copies of the first appearance of MODOK. Someone is speculating, my friends. Are you speculating? Are you speculating? Did you watch that Doctor Strange trailer? Are you speculating now? Anyways, let's go over to the chat, see who's in the house, so I can say hello to everybody. It's been a while since I've been on here. Let's go on over and see what you guys are talking about. Chat. Right there, right there. Okay. And I'm going to call up a chat, my own private chat here, so I can see what the heck's being said. All right. Nick's in the house. How you doing, Nick? And Mike's here as well. Stavros is here. Rob, how you doing? Sam, how you doing, sir? Think this is the only video today? Yes, it is the only video today. I've got more I've got to get done today. Rob collects. What do you think of the new Doctor Strange trailer? Awesome. Awesome. They're going to do the exact same thing or very similar thing they did with Spider-Man. Give us a little clue about Doc Ock. They did the same thing with Charles Xavier. Now we'll see what happens, right? Are they going to give us another couple of clues? Pretty neat. And if any of you have not seen the What If series on Disney Plus, get going, get over there. If you don't have Disney Plus, subscribe and watch What If, because I'm telling you, lots of tie-ins there and some pretty cool ones at that. Henry, how's it going? Happy birthday, Henry. I got your text. Happy birthday. Good evening from cool Montreal. And Brett's here. How you doing, Brett? Wayne, from where? Oshawa, Ontario, Canada. That's right. James is here from Richmond Hill, of course. Sam, again, and Frank. Evening, Doc. Frank, well, I hope you like your books there, Frank. We are the North. We sure are. Zesty Taquito, good evening, sir. Sam, they setting up Secret Wars? Who knows? I think they're setting up what do you call it? The Illuminati and potentially a Secret Wars. I've been seeing a lot of posts. Get your original Secret Wars series. Get your original Secret Wars series. Who knows what they're going to do? Who knows? I just hope they keep control of it. It doesn't become so bonkers that it scares people away. Jameer's in the house. Hey, Jameer, how's it going? Good to see you. John Gordon's also here. How are you, sir? David Bell, good evening. Yes, I love your Boba Fett too. Jeffrey winning. That's right. Marco Coletta. Hey, Marco, how's it going? Christian's here. I hear CGC might give the restored label to books not pressed by their pressing. Oh, give me a break. Where'd you hear that, Christian? That would be absolute silliness. How are they going to know? How are they going to know when a book's pressed or not? You know what? That means every single book. If they did that, Christian, every single book they get is going to have a purple label then. Because you know what? I'm telling you, I would say probably 98% of books, whether they need them or not, are being pressed nowadays. So if anything, they should be thanking us pressers, other pressers, for helping them, because if it wasn't for us, their turnaround times at CCS would probably be 3 years. Never mind 7 or 8 months. Or actually 12 months, I hear now. Marco, what's in the box? I'm showing. Jeffrey, how would they know exactly? FYI, Wayne says, seems dark there. Yeah, you know what? I changed one of my settings. I can put some more light here, but it might be very stark. Let's see what happens. Oh, that's too bright. I can lean that up. Is that better? I changed one of the settings. I'm still learning. I'm changing this. I'll leave that on, but I'm looking obviously very white right now, very pale. I look like a zombie, very gray-faced right now. Hope that's better. I have to get some more lights. It's not enough lights in here. This camera needs more lights. Peter G, how's it going? Good evening, Doc. You're a little dark and unclear tonight. Is that better, by the way? Am I clearer now? Or am I out of focus? Because if I'm out of focus, I can probably fix that. But I think I'm in focus. I was a little dark, though. Let me know. Stavros, send it again. Clear on my end. Thank you. Fiendish Doctor Who, looks like it's not one order box. No, it is not. That's right, Peter. It's not. It's many people's books. Stacy, hello from Kingston, Kevin. John, the Flash comic is definitely iconic and would be great to have in any condition. I agree. I'm not too bummed about it. I always wanted the book. I regret getting rid of my first Hal Jordan, Green Lantern, last year. I sold it to, what's his name? Tony. He wanted it really bad. I let him have it, and I wish I never got rid of it now. Yes, Frank. Congrats, buddy. That's awesome. I'm happy that your giant size X-Men's bump like that. That's awesome. Well, what does that mean? What is an 8.0 compared to a 9.2 in terms of value, right? It's awesome. Let's keep our fingers crossed on the other ones. Henry says, oh, nice jump on the X-Men, says Mark Coletta. Henry says, nice looking X-Men books. They sure are. Rob's like, wow, the long lost Spider-Man 39. I'm good with that. The book was in the rough shape. Thanks, Kev. You're welcome. And I told you it wasn't lost. It was just in CGC purgatory. It took forever for it to get out of there. It's out. You've got it. And that actually, funny enough, Rob's talking about his ASM 39. That book has been gone for a long time, and Rob thought they must have lost it. They must have lost. No, they didn't lose it. They're just freaking slow as ever. Fantasy Fanatic. I don't think I've ever talked to you before. Hello. How you doing? Thanks for coming by. Stacy CD, amazing great jump on the GSX. Still confused on the white off white page color issue. Looks like it's not exactly consistent, and you're right, it is not. Especially if pages somehow get whiter over time. Yeah, it's in the eye of the beholder, right? It's they have a guide, they have a chart probably with different shades of white, and yeah. Anyways, it is what it is. Stavros, erase your marks. What are we talking about, Stavros? You have eraser marks? Oh, you have yet to fail me and crack and submit. Well, I'm going to try. We're going to fix that X-Men 94 up for you too, Stavros. So that was a real pain in the rear end. We're going to get that fixed up. Jameer says, giant size X-Men, 8 to 9.2. Great job, Kev. Thank you, Jameer. Fantasy Fanatic, how goes the new office? Everything, your comics for sale, set up? Well, I had to go to the ophthalmologist last week. I think you guys know about that. I said that. And when I was in Toronto, I was 15 minutes away from IKEA, and they had these shelves I wanted to buy. So I went there and I dropped like $350 on these shelves. When am I going to put them up, guys? When am I going to put them up? But once they go up, I have comics out, but I want to have a lot more out soon. Again, I'm going to bring in some, I know Charlo has a lot of those hot toys he wants to sell, and they're in mint condition. And I've been keeping, when I crack books, I've been keeping these. And what I'm going to do with these, not 10 right there. What I'm going to do with these is I'm going to go and get some photocopies, color photocopies of, significant books. And I'm going to show how you can display significant books with, hot toys or with Mego figurines or with whatever you might have. So I'm going to do that. I've got about 4 or 5 of these ready to go. Again, guys, lots of ideas, so little time. So I'm just, I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk. It stresses me out when I talk about time. Time is just not on my side. But the office is great. I tell you, I love the office. When I go in there and I work there after school sometimes, and I have to walk from, the studio area where we do the work all the way to the front room to grab something. It's actually a walk. I have to go for a walk. Whereas in the other office, I was like bumping into stuff and it was so tight. So it's very comfortable. And I hope those who've been there already like the change. I know I certainly do. And it's going to be a lot nicer when I have books on display and some toys on display and some supplies and stuff for you all as well. Thomas Grant looks a little grainy, Doc. Yeah. Is it still grainy? Or did the light help? Please let me know. Steve Stavros, what month are you pressing? I am still, I'm doing some books from October. I've got a couple from September. Smaller order books, I'm in October. I think I'm pretty solidly in October now. There are a couple, I'm still working on some of the books from what's in the press. I'm still, I did an order for, the name's escaped, an American client. I forget your name now. I apologize. I don't have your form in front of me, but they were all modern books with lots of dents. I tell you guys, when I say modern books, I mean books like from the last 12, 13 years. Those books are hardest to work on. Now, people laugh when I say that. I go, I'm being honest. Modern books with their newfangled plastic covers or pseudo-plastic covers and rubbery inks, they are really a bugger. If they have a significant defect, it's a long process. It really is. For me, it is, the way I do it. And when I have 25 of those, it takes a lot of time because it takes a lot of time in the press, and the prep work is a lot longer than, say something like this. Something like this you can do, I wouldn't say quickly, but it's a lot quicker than a modern book. So that's been slowing me down a little bit, but they're almost done. About 4 or 5 more of those to go and off to CGC with them. A CGC box arrived in Sarasota today with 230 books. That was a big order I just shipped in, and I'll probably have another order going out next week as well sometime. Craig Smith, watching from Good Light Fitness. Work it, Craig. Work it. Push it. Come on. One more set. Stavros, have you have my STT 110 praying for a bump? Well, I'm praying for a bump too. Mike, you know who is good at putting up shelves? Sons. Oh yeah, Jackson to do that. Come on. He's 11 years old. He can't do that. I'll be doing it myself. Nick says your new office will help you get your steps in. That's for sure. It will. Peter G, were the movie posters of any interest to you or your film class? I went through them quick and I saw a couple and I think I'm going to put them in my film class. And what I do, Peter was nice enough when he came by on Saturday to pick up his DC collection there that you all saw on the last unboxing. He left me a box of movie posters. I'm going to take those movie posters and plaster them all around my film class. And when I do that, I'll take a picture and send it to you, Pete, so you can see the new life that your posters will have. Big D 1106. How's it going, Doc? Big D, I'm doing all right. Stavros, you mentioned the giant size X-Men 94. I sent it to you with a few other coming up in your December pile. Yes, I've unboxed it as well. Thomas, just doesn't look as sharp as previous videos. Even still? It's still grainy? I did change some settings. I tried to go to 1080p. It should be even nicer, but the focus could be off. And if it's dark, it will be grainier. But I did change some settings on my camera as well. I'll check it out afterwards and see what's going on. I think I look very like gray, like a zombie. I don't always look like a zombie, right? Anyways, let's keep going, guys. We got quite a few more to go. Let's see what else we have here. Let's go back to the big screen and let's see what we've got. All right, here we go. Oh, another Silver Age book for you there, Henry. Giant size, Giant Man and Hulk in Tales to Astonish number 62, and that's number in a 4.5, and that's first appearance of the Leader in Cameo. That's a pretty big book right there. What else? What else do we have here? We have also another one, Tales of Suspense, another 94. And this one is a 7.0. And this, I'm not sure is from the same order or not. In the same batch that I just showed you. It might very well be, but it might not be either. Tales to Astonish, number 90. I sent one. I don't think this is mine. I did send one of these in, but I think mine's already back. That's a nice book. And that's their first appearance, or first Silver Age appearance of Byra, first appearance of the Abomination. Oh, that's good to know. I don't think that's mine, but you never know. I think it's somebody else's. Let's have a look and see what else we've got in this awesome. This is a nice box, actually. It's a nice variety as well. A lot of Silver Age goodness, too, which I am always for. Tales to Astonish, 62. Another one. A 7.5 this time. So we got some doubles in here, and that's okay. Another Captain America 117. Wait, did we see this already? 7.0? Hold on 1 second. I'm pretty sure we saw that one already. No, I don't think so. 117. Is it the second one or? Ah, there's two of them. One's a 6.5 and this one's a 7. All right. Two different copies. That could be Sean's. I'm not sure whose is whose. And I won't know until I organize them. And I want to talk about that in a minute as well. Amazing Spider-Man number. Okay, that one I did do. That's number 40. I don't know why that's happening. Okay, let's put that back. What do we got here? I don't want to show you the same books. We saw it. Okay, what's going on here? Did that one? There we go. Here's a new one. Avengers number 48. First appearance of the Black Knight. I've got about 4 or 5 of these I picked up a long time ago and never bothered sending in because no time for my own books. Tales to Astonish 90, another one, and this one is a 7.0. So lots of doubles in this one though. What do we got here? All right, I'll pull 2 of these out. What do we got? We've got an Avengers. We've got an Avengers number 43, the first appearance of Red Guardian. There we go. And then we have a Spider-Man number 10 with the Enforcers and a 2.5. All right. Come on now. What? We got about 4 or 5 more. I'm just gonna pull 2 of them out at a time. Next we have First Invaders, I think. Yeah, with Avengers 71 in an 8.0. That's not bad. First Invaders. I'm sure we'll get something with that group of characters at some point soon. And then oh, that's not bad. Detective Comics. Oh, come on now. All right, apparently, well, guys, actually 18 of these books belong to one person. 18 of these books belong to one person, and there's a lot of single orders after that. Because I've got a lot of invoices here, but look at this one. It's like 18 different, you know, all the Tales to Suspense 94s are on there. You know, Batman number 400 and a 5.5, First Man Bat. Peter would like that one. He's got a copy himself. We saw that last week. And last but not least, we've got 2 more books. 2 more books. Let's see what we got. Oh, yes. You guys saw that, didn't you? Amazing Spider-Man 50. First appearance of the Kingpin. Many people's favorite cover. Beautiful red cover. John Romita. And last but not least, nothing wrong with stopping this with another Amazing Spider-Man book. And we have a number 18 and a 3.5. All right, a 3.5. Number 18, first appearance of Ned Leeds. Ned Leeds. Is Ned going to become the Hobgoblin in the next Spider-Man movie? I don't think he is. I don't think he is. But that's me. Anyway, that's your books, guys. Let me go back to your chat, see what you guys are saying, and then we'll say see you later very soon. Thanks, Stavros. Looks good, just dark. Yeah, I gotta get some more light. I'll pick up some lights. Maybe I got a ring light for my camera there, and it'll help. This white light's too stark. Any what's in the press surprises coming up? Not really. You know, I'll probably do one this week. I might. It depends how far I get. If I don't get far enough, I'm going to have to hold off. I also got a couple of very high-end books dropped off this week, so I have to do those. I got an ASM one that I want to work on this week, and an X-Men one as well. I'll probably go on and show those off because they're cool to see. And you guys like seeing those old books. But as you know, when I get books like that, they trump everything. They get done and they get the hell out of here. I don't want those books here long, so they're in and they're out. So I have a couple of those I got to work on as well. It's never a dull moment here, guys. Never a dull moment at all. You could try using warm light to make you look less zombie. I do. I have warm lights there, but they're not powerful enough with this camera. And so I turn this thing off and I look like a zombie. If I turn that off, look how dark I go. It's too dark, right? So I turn this on for now, but I'll get some more lights. Thanks. And I think there's a setting I should not have used in this camera today. What do you mean you look great? Check your beard. Thanks, man. Thanks. Mike Lemon, Modoc was today's word. Yeah, tell me about it. Tell me about it. 1080 potato. Okay. Where's the ASM 361? No ASM 361. Celebrate, my friends. Celebrate. Mike, the Black Knight looks a lot like Kit Harington. Yeah, pretty resembles him, doesn't he? I need an ASM 10, Stavros. Well, there's one right here. I don't know if it's for sale. Nick Parker, what is the highest graded Silver Age comic you worked on and sent returned from CGC? I did a Silver Age. Tales of Suspense 39. First Iron Man. It was an 8.5. I got it up to a 9. Thinking back. I had an Amazing Spider-Man 33. classic classic Ditko cover. You know, the one when the water's coming down, he's kind of everything's falling down on him. That book was nice, and it was my own book actually, and I got a 9.6 on that baby, and it was beautiful. It had a chance to go to a 9.8, but I traded it. I traded it for Strange Tales 110 actually. There's been so many books I don't even remember. Those two are the highest, like 9.6. Have I gotten a 9.8 out of a Silver Age? Not that I can remember. Probably have. I just don't remember. Oh, you know what? Actually, yes. I do know one. I did. It was a Fantastic 450. Came back, I believe, a 9.8. No, I didn't send it in. When it was a crack repress and submit. I think it was like a 9, and I worked on it, and it came back a 9.8. That was good. That was a good day. He was very happy. Can you repair cream pages? Not me. There are guys that can wash the pages out, but I just don't get into that, Wayne. But like I said, check out, I always send people over to his Instagram page because this is beautiful. It's fun to watch him work and to see what he's done. Check out Sanderson Studios on Instagram. He can get yellow pages white again, guys, and it's gorgeous the work he does. Hi, Kevin. Hope to see. Oh, don't leave me hanging like that. You at the shop this weekend. Oh, Gilbert, it'd be nice to see you. Yeah, come on by and say hi. James is here. Hello from New Mexico. Hello to you, James. Good to see you. And another James, the real Hyperion. Is there a Comic-Con coming up in Oshawa? If there is, I wouldn't go. You didn't hear that from me, James. Any Comic-Con that's been in Oshawa has not been very good. So I don't know. I'm not sure. I've not seen anything. But yeah, the ones I've seen, they're not really Comic-Cons. They're more like, I don't know, yard sales, I guess. I don't know. Gilbert. Oh yeah, he said that already. Sam, if you need help with the shelves, I work for cheap pressing. Nice. Prince Zodiac. Hey Doc, running late. We'll catch. Another. Neil, thanks a lot for the tip, man. Again, you're very generous. Another $2 tip from Prince Zodiac. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Very nice of you. And Stacy CD, wow, X-Men 1, SM1, I would be so nervous handling those books, but that's why the doctor has steady hands, LOL. Oh yeah, my hands are really steady. You can trust all of your high-value books with me. Nothing will happen, I promise. You know, I'll take my scissors out. Yeah, you know what, Stacy CD? It takes some getting used to, doesn't it? And if you are nervous, I wouldn't recommend working on these books. I've kind of gotten over that yet. It's just a matter of taking your time, being patient, and don't be a cowboy. And in fact, the ASM one that I'm doing, and I will show it to you. I don't think it might be here. Hold on. I don't think it's here, but I'll check. No, it's not here. I don't have it right. I don't have it right in front of me, but I did not recommend we do it. It was a crack press. He wants it cracked, cleaned, pressed, and sent in. I said, leave it alone. I said, just reslab it and be happy. Does the book have problems? Yes. And if Stavros is still there, he knows what I mean. We did Stavros's, and the video's on there. You can go check it out. We did his ASM 1, and I did make it better. And I think if I remember correctly, Stavros's ASM 1 was a 5-0. We were trying to get up to a 6. It stated a 5-0. All that work, all that money and time, and it didn't amount to an increase in grade. So that is always a risk that's there. Did the book look better when it was done? I have before and after pictures to show that the book was improved, but evidently it wasn't enough to garner a grade bump. So this book that was presented to me a couple of days ago, same thing. He handed me the book. It's a 6-0. It's very nice. It's old label 6-0. And the back has lots of problems that can be fixed, guaranteed. But there's other things on the book that I think cannot be fixed. And I'm like, I would not do this. But he wants it done. What am I going to say? Do you want to try? I'll help you. but I don't think it's a great idea, but I'll put it through for them. What am I going to say? No. I'm not going to hurt the book. I'll make the book look better. I just don't know if CGC is going to come back with a 5.5 or a 6 or whatever, right? That's my worry. And I'd rather just leave well enough alone. And it's expensive. And I never told this story to you guys. Again, I had lots of ideas for videos. Recently, another one of my clients gave me a Hulk 181. It was a 9.6. And I'm sorry, I'm not cracking out a 9.6 Hulk 181 and working. I won't do it. I won't do it because if it goes down, I will feel like a heel. And I'm not doing that. So I said, if you want, I can broker it. I can send it to CGC for you, to CCS. And if they accept it, they will, they can press and clean it for you. And, you know, they will agree whether they're going to take it or not. And then we'll go from there. And I said, but it's going to cost. It's not cheap, right? They're going to charge you, and they're going to charge you based on the value of the book. And I think we put down on a 9.6, we put a value. I think we put a value of $20,000 or $25,000, and for insurance and what have you, right? So I sent the book down, you know, FedEx overnight. So that costs money to get the book there fast. We sent it through walkthrough, press and clean. That costs, I'll tell you in a second. And then they agreed. They said, yes, we agree to press your book. They agreed to do it. Would you believe it? They did the work to it, and then the book came back the exact same grade. But his bill was almost $3,000. Right? So I'm like, now, had I pressed the book for him, and I sent the book for him, and it came back a 9.6 again, I probably would have given him a very, very big discount, because I would have felt, you know, it's a lot of money. But CCS doesn't give a rat's ass. They'll take your money happily. As soon as the book arrived, they took it. They said, I got a response within 24 hours saying, yes, we'll do the book. And then my credit card was billed. Then they sent it for grading, and the book was I had the book already on the way back to me in less than a week. And that was a very, very expensive gamble. Now, could the book have gone down to a 9.4? Yes, it could have. And they tell you, if you do this, the book could go down to a 9.4. You know, of course we want to go to a 9.8, but this book was gorgeous. It was a gorgeous, gorgeous book. Certainly had the potential to be a 9.8. And in my eyes, should have been a 9.8, but evidently not so much. So, you know, when you're thinking about doing this, be very cautious. I mean, that flash that I had was a 4.0, dropped down to, you know, this one here. You know, I think I paid the guy who I bought this off of, I think I paid close to 800, around $800, $700 or $800. For a 4.0 with a 4.0, but as a 3.5, it's only worth around $550, $600. So I lost a few $100 on that book, but a few $100 is okay. But when you're losing thousands of dollars, if that ASM 1 goes for a 6 to a 5, we're not talking a few $100. We're talking a few $1,000. And not only that, I got to charge him to do the work. I got to charge him to ship the book down. I got to charge him insurance, and CGC is going to charge them as well to grade it. And it isn't going to be cheap. So it's a gamble, but you know what? Some people don't care. They want to try it, and that's that. And you know what? All the power to them. That's fine. Stavros, you can do what you want, man. I don't know. If you're going to send it, I would send it to CCS, but it's going to cost you around $2,000 or $3,000 to do that book now. If Stavros decides he wants to send his ASM number 150 down to CCS to get pressed, cleaned, and regraded, it's going to cost him around $3,000. There's no guarantees of anything. And Stav, if you want to try, happy to help you. But, you know, I think you're better off buying a 6.0 and selling your 5.0. I don't know. That's my opinion anyway. Find a really nice 6.0 that could maybe be pressed and clean to a 7 and then sell your 5. I don't know, guys. I don't have the answers. All I know is that this whole hobby has become a gamble, has it not? I mean, there is some degree of risk involved in this. We buy books, we sell books, we trade books, we buy books off eBay, or we buy from different people from across the country. We get the books, and sometimes they're not exactly as described, or there's dents or dings or whatever, or you send your book somewhere and for someone to work on it, they destroy your book or they hurt your book, or you send it to CGC and it's there for a year. There's all this risk involved and so much time, but it is a giant gamble, and it's addictive, right? We know that it is addictive. I warn people when they come to my shop, I'm like, are you sure you want to do this? Are you sure you want to get these childhood books clean pressed and graded because it's never going to end and you're going to be hooked on this. And they just jump in. They just love it. So I don't know what to tell you. It is a gamble. That part of us wants to have the books we want. And if we happen to have a book that could potentially get us there, you know, if we think it looks nice, we're going to take that chance. Anyways. It's definitely worth the gamble if it hits a 9.8. Well, that's just it. It could be. And I'll tell you right now. And I told this to my client who this happened to. I said, I know certain people that I work on the book first. The book gets sent into CGC. The book usually gets bumped, comes back. They'll then resend the book back for a clean and press by CCS. And if the book doesn't get the grade they want, they'll ship it back a second time, sometimes a third time. And sometimes that pays off. And I hate to say this, but it's almost as though you have to pay to get the grade you want. And if you remember that Action Comics #1, it was at CCS. I think it belonged to Midtown Comics, if memory serves. It belonged to Midtown Comics. It was an 8.5 Action Comics #1. That book was pressed, I think, 3 or 4 times. And guess what? It finally hit a 9.0. It finally hit a 9.0. It was pressed and cleaned 3 or 4 times by Matt Nelson, I believe, at CCS, and it finally hit a 9.0. I call that a bunch of bullshit. Give me a frigging break. Give me a break, right? If Midtown Comics owned that book, they paid for that 9.0. That book before the press, that 4th or 5th press, before that happened, the book didn't look any different than before. They paid for the 9.0. That's exactly what they did. And that's all I can say. That's it. And anyone who says different is full of baloney. I've been doing this long enough to know that, I can press a book 4, 5, 6, 7 times. A book that's like, an 8.5 might have 2 flaws that could potentially be fixed. And then once it's fixed, what more can you do to the book? You're just squeezing it and squeezing it and squeezing it and resubmitting it. And every time you resubmit it, it's like $10,000, or whatever their fee is for grading it and pressing it. $20,000, and finally they give them the 9.0. Give me a break. I don't buy that. I just don't buy it. My SM is white pages, but this is rare. Yeah. I don't think mine's white. Mine's off white pages. Mike M. and all investments are a gamble. I just lost $5 on the stock market the other day. I might never recover from that. Yeah, well, it could happen. Stavros, I did that on an ASM 300.96 triple SS came back in 9.6. Nice. Craig Smith, I wonder if the doctor will tell us how he really feels. Yeah, I know. So that's one of my rants I went on there, guys. Mark Coletta, the speculation game has oversaturated the market with people who are looking for flip, which is mostly okay, I guess. But the problem is the market is getting flooded with modern spec books worth $100. Yeah, it's true. Hey, how you doing, Luke? Yeah, you're right. I mean, but you know what? Those modern spec books are usually under $2,000 and are somewhat affordable for people. Not everyone can go out and buy an ASM 1 or even any of these, a high grade ASM 50 or whatever. Those are expensive books, right? So while the modern books are flooded and people get excited about them and they're kind of flipping them back and forth, they go up to $500, they drop down to $200, whatever. Even though that happens, it gets people into the hobby. They play around with it. They have fun with it, and they learn a thing or two. And most of the time, most people anyways, they eventually get rid of those modern books and trade up to the blue chip books, to the golden age, silver age, bronze age stuff, keys that we all love so much. So I don't know. I mean, it's still fun to do. If I had the time, I would be probably playing more with modern stuff. Again, no time. I have no time whatsoever. Again, guys, I probably have around 500 of my own books that need to be pressed, cleaned, and paid attention to. That's not going to be happening anytime soon. On that note, my friends, I think I'm going to get out of here. Listen, thanks so much, guys, for coming by. I hope you enjoyed that unboxing. There will be another unboxing sometime this week. I am not going to guarantee you what's in the press this week, but there should be one. Even one. I might do even a really short what's in the press where I show off some of those big Grail books I was just talking about. Again, I know you guys like to see those books. I like to show those books off too. So, come on back. Remember, I'm going to be giving out some books when March the 30th rolls around and a new Moon Knight show comes out. So if you like to win stuff, free stuff, hit that subscribe button, the like button, and leave comments again, like I said, guys. And you know what? It's the beginning of the week. We got a lot more to go. Even though tomorrow's hump day, we still got a little more to go. Have a fabulous week, and I hope to see you again right here on my channel. And by the way, hit that notification bell too, because you'll know when I upload or go live next time. Okay? Until next time, my friends, have a great, great night. See you again soon. And next time, I won't be quite so gray, hopefully. Bye for now.